Welcome and welcome back to Minecrafty. So you've just created a new world in Minecraft Survival. Fantastic. It's very exciting. But now what do you do? Where do you go? What do you do after that? I mean, you want to kill the Ender Dragon, don't we all? But that lies far ahead, and killing the Ender Dragon is also just another beginning. It's not an end in itself. Consider this, if you want to kill the Ender Dragon, you need to activate an end portal. And to activate an end portal, you need to find a stronghold. But to find a stronghold, you need to craft an Eye of Ender. Actually, more than one. And to craft an Eye of Ender, you need to kill not only an Enderman, but also a Blaze. And to do that, you need to get to the Nether. And for that, you need a Nether portal, which means you need obsidian, and so on, all the way to today. That's what this series is all about. I intend to have as much fun as possible while I document, in a straight line by the shortest route possible, how to progress step by step in Minecraft Survival. I'll explain what we're doing and why, and I'll move things along from day one. That's the cool part. You can do your own thing and come back if you need to, or just follow along. Last week we were put through the mill. After crossing into the Nether successfully, we found ourselves in a soul sand valley populated with plenty of skeletons and no shortage of ghasts. There was certainly no warped forest and no Nether fortress to be found. It was rough and the going was tough. But in typical Minecraft style, we were finally rewarded for our efforts. Endless tunneling paid off when I broke through into a crimson forest, and shortly afterwards was rewarded further by finding a warped forest, home of the Enderman. Yes, 1 point for us. Exploring the Crimson Forest came to nothing. Although the going was much easier and safer, there was no Nether fortress to be found. After returning to the den and stocking up on pickaxes, I tunneled deeper into the Soul Sand Valley, and finally, out of the murk appeared a huge structure. Yes, a Nether fortress. Victory was complete. Now, after more hunting and gathering, and quite a bit of mining, we are ready to take on the two tasks before us. Firstly, to hunt Endermen for Ender Pearls, and secondly, to penetrate the Nether Fortress and hunt blazes for blaze rods. We also need to find Nether Wart. We're going to need it for potion making, and Nether Wart grows at the base of stairwells in Nether Fortresses. I specifically mentioned mining just now because I went on a mission to mine for more diamonds. I mined down to bedrock from the bolt hole in the cavern and was rewarded. Why all that effort? Well, let me show you. I've crafted a set of diamond armor to replace my worn out iron set. Even this enchanted gold chestplate has taken a beating, and if I'm going into a Nether fortress, I want to be geared for action. I also crafted a diamond sword. I told you I've been busy. So, now only one thing remains before we crack on in the Nether. Yes, I'm going to enchant my new sword and armor. I'll wear a golden helmet to keep the piglins off my back, so that needs to be enchanted too. I also hunted a few more cows and crafted some more bookshelves. Let's place them and see by how much our enchanting power has increased. I hope I have enough XP to enchant everything, but let's take a look. It couldn't be better. My golden helmet has protection, thorns, and unbreaking. Excellent. Thorns delivers damage to the enemy if they hit you. Aqua affinity, well, that won't be quite so useful today. My chestplate has projectile protection, and the leggings have protection and unbreaking. Finally, the boots also have protection, so I'm quite well protected. Isn't that great? Let's look at the sword. Unbreaking, sharpness, and knockback. That's fantastic. Doesn't enchanting deliver the goods? And it all boils down to finding sugarcane. Incredible. So, are you ready for action? Well, I know I am. We'll start with the Enderman. I reckon we need at least 20 Ender Pearls. We already got one, remember, in the last episode. I've also already been to the base in the Warped Forest and placed a chest there with 10 stone swords, so nothing more remains to be done. Let's hunt some Endermen. As I explained in last week's episode, Endermen have two weaknesses, their height and their temper. Exploiting their height is easy. Stay under a roof 2 blocks high. Endermen are 3 blocks tall, so they can't get at you. As for their temper, well, if you look them in the eye they will attack, but that only works if they're nearby. If you aim at them with your bow, don't fire, just aim. They'll go berserk and attack. Then you can use a sword and make short work of them. Watch what I do. Also bear in mind that not every Enderman will drop an Ender Pearl, so be prepared to be patient. I'm going to stick it out, but you might want to do it in stages. It has to be done. You could also use more powerful swords. I'm using stone to conserve my resources. Shortest route possible. That's what I say in every episode introduction. There, that one dropped an Ender Pearl. Awesome. I'll crack on and I'll see you when I'm done. There we go. That's the last one. 20 Ender Pearls in the bag. So now I'll head back to the den to stash the Ender Pearls and gear up for the Nether Fortress. That's not going to be nearly as easy as this. See you there. Right. I've stashed the Ender Pearls in the Dream Chest and now we need some blaze rods. You'll see I'm taking quite a lot of netherrack. It's a handy building material for quick construction. Easy to mine and easy to move around. I've also got plenty of torches. I crafted and enchanted one iron pickaxe and a couple of stone ones, and with one stone one I hit a luck. Yes, fortune 1, which means anything I mine will deliver more resources. It's only stone, so diamonds are out of its reach, but I'll stash it in the dream chest and save it for when I'm mining raw iron. It's going to be very useful then. Before I go, I'm going to do a final bit of crafting. I've only got 4 arrows, not nearly enough. So I've taken all of the feathers and flint, as well as some sticks, and I'll create as many arrows as I can. I will leave some behind, it only makes sense, but I want more than 4 if I'm entering a nether fortress. And that seems to be that. Let's be off. Nether fortress, here I come. So what's our plan of action then? I'm going to tunnel into the side of the fortress and see where we break through. I'll then head in the direction of the upright columns. That's where we'll find stairwells, and stairwells hopefully mean netherward. I'll also need to create a safe den, somewhere with easy access to areas where we can hunt blazes. Blazes and netherward, that's what we're after. So, let's make a start. Let me tell you, cracking a nether fortress isn't always easy. You've got to find your way around. Tunneling throws up some cool surprises though. Look, there's a mob spawner. That one spawns blazes. And speaking of blazes, I keep running into them, and I'm getting my first blaze rods. That's excellent. I've finally broken through into a corridor at a crossroads. I've used the netherrack to block off the corridor, and now we have a cool base from which to explore. There are plenty of blazes, and fighting them is easy when you're in control. More blaze rods, how convenient. So this is the base. It's not very fancy, but it sure has a good view. 4 views in fact. This view looks out on the mob spawner. If I get closer, it will spawn an endless supply of blazes. I'll use it if I need it. This view looks promising. I think it might have a stairway. That's the direction I'm most interested in investigating for netherwart. This view is of a tunnel running the length of the nether fortress. You can't even see the end. This is where I've got the most blazes. You can see I've already got 7 blaze rods. This last view is of a corridor which seems to end in a glowstone wall. Maybe I'll investigate it first. There's a lonely little magma cube. They're a source of magma cream. We can use that in potion making. So yes and no, this corridor continues beyond the glowstone, but it looks like it exits the fortress. Now I've also got a little glowstone, it'll go into the potions chest. This direction is also a bust. I had such high hopes, but it also seems to be a dead end. I'll block off this lava and see if there's anything more. Nope, nothing here. Well, at least I can take some of these mushrooms. They also have a use in potion making. My choices are limited. It looks like it's either down the long corridor, at least that's enclosed and protected, or it's towards the spawner, which is open to ghasts. But there might be stairs in that direction. I'll have to neutralize the spawner. It'll do more harm than good if I want to explore. On the upside, there are so many blazes. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. 12 blaze rods so far, and I haven't even really been trying. I'm going to have to consider. It makes sense to try the corridor first. I can partition it off in sections and see if it leads me to a stairwell and nether wart. The cool thing is the corridor leads deeper into the nether fortress, so I might find a chest, or even more than one. Chests have cool treasure. Yes, I think that's the way to go. Well, we're back in the den. I certainly didn't have any choice. Look at my golden helmet. It's at its end and I need to enchant a new one. In fact, I'll do 2. Otherwise the piglins will attack. I've also stocked up on torches and netherrack and I've crafted a chest. So, I'm nearly ready for the nether fortress round 2. We need many more blaze rods, far more than the ender pearls, and I really want the nether wart. Exactly why we need so many blaze rods will become clear in the future. So, let's enchant these helmets. I'm keen to see what I get. Then I'll be off and I'll see you next week back in the base in the nether fortress.